He who enjars you conquers you. Elizabeth Kenny, often associated with Stoic wisdom. What if I told you that the most powerful response when someone hurts you is to do absolutely nothing? Sounds counterintuitive, right? In a world obsessed with reactions, payback, and proving people wrong, the idea of sitting still while the world seems to push you around can feel almost impossible. But what if I told you that this simple act, doing nothing, could actually give you more control, more peace, and more power than any argument, social media clapback, or revenge ever could? Imagine feeling calm when provoked, untouchable when criticized, and completely free from the chains of someone else's negativity. That's not just a lofty ideal, it's the core of Stoic philosophy in action. Doing nothing doesn't mean weakness. It means mastering your mind, your emotions, and ultimately your life. In this video, we'll dive deep into the Stoic secrets of restraint, detachment, and inner strength. Watch until the very end, because the lessons here aren't just theoretical. They're life-changing tools that will reshape the way you respond to hurt forever. Don't just survive, thrive silently and powerfully. Number 1, walking away preserves your inner peace. Imagine this. Someone hurts you, betrays you, or disrespects you in a way that makes your chest tighten and your mind race. The instinct might scream at you to respond, to explain, to correct, to make them feel the sting you feel. But the Stoics offer a different path, one that might feel strange at first but is profoundly liberating: doing nothing, walking away, choosing not to engage. Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." And that is the heart of it. You cannot control what others do, but you can absolutely control how much space their actions occupy in your mind. By walking away, by refusing to let their hurtful behavior consume you, you preserve your inner peace. And in that quiet, calm space, you find strength. It's not about weakness. It's not about surrendering. It's about valuing yourself more than the fleeting satisfaction of retaliation or the illusion of being right. When you choose to step back, you send a message, but not the one most people expect. You tell yourself first, "I am in charge of my mind. I will not be dragged into chaos." And that is powerful. Every time you resist the urge to respond with anger, you are training your mind, sculpting it into a place of resilience. Think of it as a daily exercise in self-mastery. Each instance of walking away is like lifting weights for your soul, building strength quietly, steadily, invisibly. Here's a practical exercise for you. The next time someone hurts you, pause, take a slow, deliberate breath. Notice the surge of emotion, the anger, the frustration, the desire to react, and simply let it exist without acting on it. Label it. This is my mind responding, this is not me yet. By giving your emotions a name, you create a small distance between feeling and action. Then, consciously choose to step back, even if it's just mentally. Remind yourself that your peace is more important than the momentary satisfaction of making them pay. You are not ignoring the injustice. You are prioritizing your own stability, your own mental clarity. Walking away also means refusing to feed the fire of negativity. Most conflicts escalate because both sides insist on being heard, on being right, on defending themselves. You break that cycle by simply stepping aside. Seneca put it beautifully. We are more often frightened than hurt, and we suffer more from imagination than from reality. Often, the sting you feel is by how much you cling to it, how much you replay the event in your mind. By walking away, you stop the cycle. You refuse to fuel it. You reclaim your calm. You show yourself that your happiness and tranquility are non-negotiable. Another exercise is reflection after the moment has passed. Each evening, think back to times you could have reacted but didn't. How did your decision to do nothing affect your state of mind? Did you feel lighter, more in control? Did you notice a sense of quiet pride knowing you didn't allow someone else's actions to dictate your emotions? Write it down. Celebrate it. Make it a habit to reinforce this choice daily. The more you practice, the more automatic it becomes. Walking away will no longer feel like restraint, it will feel like freedom. Here's the secret. Those who choose calm over conflict, silence over retaliation, ultimately gain more than those who fight. They gain clarity, focus, and an unshakable center. No one can take that from you. You carry it everywhere. When you walk away, you preserve your inner peace. You keep your mind clear. You maintain your dignity. And slowly, quietly, that calm becomes your armor, your power, your victory. You stop reacting to the chaos around you and start mastering the only thing that truly matters, yourself. Number 2, emotional detachment prevents them from controlling you. Think about the last time someone hurt you. Maybe it was betrayal, criticism, or a simple slight, and notice how quickly your mind spiraled. Anger, frustration, sadness, maybe even the urge for revenge. That's the trap. The moment you let your emotions react automatically, they're controlling you. You're giving them power you don't have to. Stoics understood this deeply. Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." The person who hurt you doesn't truly have control over you unless you hand it to them. Emotional detachment isn't about being cold or indifferent in a shallow sense. It's about realizing that your peace, your clarity, your focus is yours to guard, and refusing to let someone else take it. You can start by noticing when your emotions spike. That tightness in your chest, the heat in your face, the rush of words ready to escape your lips, all of these are signals. Stop, breathe, label what you're feeling. Say to yourself, "This is anger, this is hurt, this is my mind reacting." Just numbing it creates a space between stimulus and response. You're no longer a puppet, you're observing, you're in the driver's seat. This small pause may seem insignificant at first, but it's a habit that grows stronger every time you practice it. Soon, you'll find that people's attempts to manipulate or provoke you fail. Their words bounce off like stones hitting armor. Emotional detachment doesn't mean ignoring reality either. It's not about pretending nothing happened or suppressing feelings until they explode later. It's about choosing where your energy goes. Reminds us, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. You can acknowledge what happened, feel it, even mourn it if you need to, but you do it on your terms, in your own time, not as a reaction to their actions. You are the gatekeeper. You decide what deserves your attention, your energy, your emotion. When you master this, you neutralize their influence entirely. Here's a practical exercise for you. The next time someone hurts you, resist the urge to reply or retaliate immediately. Instead, close your eyes, take a slow breath, and ask, "What is within my control here?" You can't control what they said, what they did, or how they intended it, but you can control your response. You can choose calm, you can choose clarity, you can choose action, or in this case, inaction, that serves your long-term peace rather than momentary satisfaction. Do nothing externally, but everything internally. This is the power of restraint. This is the power of emotional detachment. Another layer is reflecting daily. Each evening, spend a few minutes reviewing moments where your emotions flared. Did someone get under your skin? Did you almost respond impulsively? Think about how you could have paused, detached, and observed instead. Then visualize yourself in similar situations in the future, practicing calm, deliberate control. These mental rehearsals are not passive. They train your mind to act with wisdom, not instinct. You're building a muscle that grows with consistent practice. The ultimate truth here is liberating. No one can control you unless you let them. When you detach emotionally, their attempts to hurt, manipulate, or provoke simply cannot reach you. You're like water flowing past a rock, steady, undisturbed, unshaken. They may rage, they may gossip, they may try again, but you remain untouched, unhurried, unreactive. This is freedom. This is Stoic strength. This is quiet, undeniable power. Start today. Pause, breathe, observe, decide deliberately. When you master emotional detachment, You realize that doing nothing in the face of hurt is not weakness. It's the most potent action you can take. Number 3, silence can be a stronger response than retaliation. When someone hurts you, your instinct screams at you to respond. You want to speak, to defend yourself, to make them feel what you're feeling. But Stoicism teaches a radical idea. Sometimes the most powerful response is nothing at all. Silence isn't weakness, it's strength in disguise. Reminds us, the best revenge is not to be like your enemy. Think about that for a moment. Every word you utter in anger, every action fueled by spite is giving a piece of your peace away. Every moment spent plotting retaliation is a moment spent outside your control. But when you choose silence, when you hold back, when you resist the urge to strike, you reclaim your power. You show that no one has the ability to dictate your calm. That is victory. You need to start seeing silence not as absence, but as a tool. It's deliberate. It's intentional. It's saying, without saying a single word, that you are not controlled by the whims of someone else's actions. Imagine the satisfaction of standing unshaken, letting the noise of anger, betrayal, or insults pass through you without leaving a mark. You're not ignoring the offense. You're choosing not to give it the energy it craves. The world is full of people who react instinctively. You, however, are choosing to act consciously. This is a practice, a muscle that grows stronger every time you resist the pull of immediate reaction. Here's a practical exercise for you. The next time someone provokes you, pause, take a deep breath, observe the surge of emotions rushing through you. Label them. This is hurt, this is anger, this is pride. Then deliberately do nothing. Sit with the discomfort, notice how your body reacts, and let the moment pass. You're learning to separate your response from your emotions. It's hard at first. You'll feel the urge to explode, to say something sharp, to make your point. But the more you practice, the more you realize that true power lies in restraint. You're not a passive spectator in your life. You're the one in control of your mind and your actions. Silence also communicates more than words ever can. By refusing to engage in the chaos of retaliation, you set yourself apart. You show composure, clarity, and self-respect. Seneca said, "If a man knows not to which port he sails, no wind is favorable." When you respond impulsively, you let the wind, others' actions dictate your course. When you hold back, when you remain silent, you chart your own path. You signal that your peace is non-negotiable, that you are untouchable in your inner world. The irony is that those who seek to hurt you often end up frustrated by your silence. Your lack of reaction doesn't make them feel powerful. It exposes the emptiness of their attempt to control you. To deepen this habit, try a daily reflection. Identify moments where you felt the urge to retaliate, even in small ways. Ask yourself what you could have gained by remaining silent. Visualize holding back your words, letting the tension pass, and feeling your calm intact at the end. Over time, this exercise rewires your mind to see silence as an act of strength rather than surrender. Silence is not emptiness, it is mastery, it is a shield. It is a declaration that no one else controls your inner life. When someone hurts you, doing nothing may feel counterintuitive, but it is often the most potent response. Every time you resist the pull of reaction, you grow stronger. You reclaim your mind, your peace, your power. You prove to yourself in quiet yet undeniable ways that nothing external can touch you unless you allow it. This is the Stoic way. This is the way to be untouchable, unshakable, and completely free. Number 4, inaction reflects strength and self-mastery. When someone hurts you, your first instinct might be to react, to say something sharp, to defend yourself, to make them feel the same pain you feel. That's natural and it's human, but here's the Stoic truth. Doing nothing can be the most powerful response of all. Inaction, when chosen deliberately, isn't weakness, it's strength. It's self-mastery. Said, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury." Think about that for a moment. You don't need to strike back. You don't need to prove a point or even explain yourself. Every impulsive reaction is like handing over your power. Every act of restraint is a declaration. I am in control of myself, and no one else dictates my peace. Doing nothing doesn't mean ignoring what happens. It doesn't mean suppressing your feelings or pretending the hurt doesn't exist. It means choosing not to let someone else's actions control your mind. It's about observing, understanding, and then deciding that your energy is better spent elsewhere. You get to decide what deserves a response and what doesn't. You get to decide that your calm, your composure, your clarity are more important than temporary satisfaction. That's a radical shift, isn't it? From reacting to commanding your own mind. Here's a practical exercise for you. The next time someone triggers a strong reaction in you, pause, breathe deeply, count to 10 or 20. Watch your thoughts like clouds passing across the sky. Notice the impulse to lash out, to argue, to defend yourself. Label it. This is anger, this is pride, this is fear. And then choose to act from reason, not impulse. Often the action is no action at all. You're not giving up. You're asserting control. You're showing that your power doesn't depend on others. It comes from within. Seneca reminds us, he is most powerful who has power over himself. Let that sink in. Strength isn't about dominating others or forcing the world to bend to your will. Strength is calmness in the face of provocation. Strength is knowing you don't need to respond to every insult, every slight, every betrayal. Strength is creating a space inside yourself where peace is untouchable, where no one's words or deeds can shake you. That's the kind of power the world respects, often without even realizing it. Another exercise to build this habit is reflection. Each evening, take a few minutes to review your day. When were you tempted to react? When did you hold back? Did your inaction feel uncomfortable at first? That's normal. Growth often feels strange before it feels natural. Celebrate the moments when you resisted, when you stayed composed, when you chose calm over chaos. These are your victories. Write them down. Revisit them often. Let them remind you that doing nothing isn't passive, it's deliberate. It's strategic. It's proof that you are in control of your own mind. The beauty of inaction is that it shifts the power dynamic entirely. You no longer give anyone else the satisfaction of seeing you spiral, of watching you crumble under their actions. You silently rise above. You keep your dignity intact. You conserve your energy for growth, for focus, for living according to your values. You are no longer reactive. You are deliberate. You are the master of your inner world, and that mastery radiates outward, influencing everything you do. So start practicing today. Pause before responding. Observe your impulses. Choose calm over reaction. Celebrate your quiet victories. Build the muscle of self-control. Over time, you'll notice something remarkable. The world loses its grip on you and your sense of peace becomes unshakable. Inaction is not absence. It is strength. It is clarity. It is the silent power of someone who knows that the truest mastery comes not from changing the world around them, but from mastering themselves. Number 5, time reveals the futility of their actions. When someone hurts you, the instinct is immediate. React, defend, prove them wrong, or show them they can't mess with you. But Stoicism teaches you a different path, a path that feels counterintuitive at first but carries a power few truly understand. Time, your most loyal ally, quietly exposes the futility of their actions. Seneca once said, "Time heals what reason cannot." Think about that. The passage of time doesn't just dull pain. It reveals the emptiness behind their anger, their betrayal, their attempts to control or hurt you. Their actions, no matter how sharp or cutting in the moment, will lose weight and meaning if you refuse to feed them with your reaction. You have the choice to step back and watch, to allow the natural order of things to play out. You need to realize that not reacting is not weakness, it's strength. It's choosing to conserve your energy for what truly matters, your own life, your own growth, your own peace. When someone tries to provoke you, imagine it like a rock thrown into a pond. You can jump in and thrash, or you can let it ripple and settle. Over time, the disturbance dissipates and the pond returns to its calm state. That's what time does. The moment is transient. The insult, the betrayal, the jab, they are all fleeting. And when you do nothing, when you refuse to give their actions power, you let time do its work. Here's an exercise to help you practice this. The next time someone hurts you, pause, breathe, count to 10, then count to 50. Remind yourself that the immediate emotional reaction is not the only path. Write down your feelings if it helps. Let the words pour onto the page instead of exploding in action. Then set it aside. Watch. Observe. In hours, days, even weeks, you will see a change. The sting that felt unbearable at first begins to fade. The energy of the act shifts from the other person to nothing at all. You will start noticing how their efforts to shake you up lose their force, how their actions, meant to control or destabilize you, fall flat in the grander scheme. Teaches a powerful perspective. How much time he saves who does not look to see what his neighbor says or does or thinks, but only at what he does himself. Let their actions be their concern. Let your concern be your own character, your own conduct. Time will highlight their futility, and you will grow stronger, more composed, more resilient. Each moment you choose to do nothing, to step aside, to let the universe work its course, you are building a mental muscle no external force can shake. Another way to anchor this habit is through reflection. Each night, look back at the moments that provoked you. Ask yourself, did my reaction change anything about the other person, or did it only disturb my own calm? Could I have stayed quiet, let the moment pass, and trusted that time would reveal the truth? Over time, you will see patterns. You will see that people's attempts to hurt, manipulate, or provoke often unravel on their own. Their effort to disturb your peace is temporary. Your choice to remain still, composed, and unreactive is permanent. Doing nothing doesn't mean being passive. It means being deliberate, patient, strategic. It means understanding that in the grand flow of life, the weight of someone else's action is nothing compared to the weight of your own mind, your own choices, your own serenity. Time magnifies this, and as you embrace this practice, you will notice a transformation. Their actions lose significance. Your peace grows. The world may continue its chaos, but you will stand like a quiet, unshakable mountain. That is the power of doing nothing. Let time be your guide, your witness, and your shield, and watch as the futility of their attempts to hurt you becomes undeniably clear. Remember, true strength isn't always in reacting, it's in choosing not to react. As once said, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. Every time someone tries to hurt you, doing nothing doesn't mean weakness. It's your ultimate form of control. If you take even one lesson from this video and apply it to your life, you'll notice a freedom you never felt before. The freedom from anger, from frustration, and from the need to prove yourself. So the next time someone pushes your buttons, pause, breathe, and do nothing. You'll be surprised how powerful silence can be. If this video opened your eyes to the power of restraint, make sure to like, share, and subscribe so you never miss a lesson in mastering your mind. And remember, Stoic strength is built in the quiet moments, not the loud ones. Stay strong, stay calm, and let your actions, or in this case, your inaction, speak for you.